Hello, and welcome to the Follow the Moon Challenge. My name is Allison. I will be your host on this journey with the moon. Every day, there will be a video uploaded to YouTube that will help you connect to the moon energy and the zodiac sign that the moon is currently in for the day. This will help you get familiar with that energy and to see how you kind of react to it or respond to it or connect to it. Follow along in your moon journal, or just a regular journal will do, or the Just a Phase moon planner, and be sure that you're tracking your mood and your mood tracker for the month. Every video will list the moonrise time in Eastern Standard Time, and it will also list the meridian time, which is when the moon should be directly overhead in the sky, so that you can make a point to try to go outside and see if you can spot the moon and connect to its energy. I'm so excited to go down this moon rabbit hole with you. Thanks for following along on this journey. Be sure to like the video every day and make sure that you're subscribed with the notification bell so that you get notified every time we upload our new videos. Thanks for hanging out with me in Wonderland today. I hope you enjoy today's video. So yesterday we had the longest void of course time ever and officially entered Scorpio at 11:09 p.m. So today, February 29th, is day 21 of the Follow the Moon Challenge, and we have a waning gibbous Scorpio moon. So Scorpio is a water sign, and we've already experienced the other two water signs so far this moon cycle. We experienced Pisces right after the new moon, and then we also experienced Cancer. So Scorpio is the last water sign. Scorpio season this year goes from October 22nd through November 20th. And what holiday do we have right in the middle of those dates? Halloween. This time of year is also smack dab in the middle of fall. There's no doubt about Scorpio. Scorpio energy is fall energy. It is the last harvest of the year. The plants and the harvest are dying, and the energy is going inward and underground. The plants send all of their energy into their roots to prepare for winter. Because all of that energy is pushed underground, we're not seeing those vibrant, beautiful colors of transformation and balance that Libra creates. What we see on the surface is dull or lacking color, but that is because the magic is happening within and underground. It's still there, you just can't see it. So water energy helps us to tap into those emotions that might be below the surface, that's literally underwater or underground. Scorpio energy allows us to look at that darkness, to go deep within, or look at that emptiness and find that spark, light, or secret that's hidden deep within. That's why we associate the keyword magnetize to Scorpio, because just like a magnet, Scorpio energy and darkness in general has that draw to it. We're curious and we want to explore it. Society teaches us to stuff things down, to hide the parts of ourselves that might not be that beautiful to look at. But just like this image here of the ocean at night, if we allow ourselves to explore that darkness, we're going to see that there is this light there. There is this illumination. When you take a walk on the beach at night, you would think that it would be pitch dark because there's no sunlight and there's no street lights. But really, everything that is reflected on the water illuminates the sand, the water, the sky feels even illuminated. So when we allow our eyes to adjust to that darkness, it's when you start to see what might be hidden there. We are moving further and further away from the full moon, and we are almost to the last quarter, which is 50% lit. So technically we are still the waning gibbous, but we are almost to that last quarter. So as the light and energy decreases, having this Scorpio energy, which is technically the waning crescent time of year, might add a little bit more darkness, a little bit more subconscious energy to the waning gibbous moon. When you look at the symbol of water, it's literally an arrow pointing down. Or from an emotional standpoint, an arrow pointing within. Imagine if you're walking through the woods and you come across an old abandoned house. Now, you're going to assume that it's haunted, for one. Why is that? Why would an empty house automatically be haunted? I think one of the reasons is because we assume that the unknown is bad or scary, and we also think that emptiness is scary. When really it's just an empty house that's been neglected. And we can kind of compare that to the things that we stuff down inside. We all have this empty house or this empty attic that we store things that we don't want to look anymore. We put them in boxes, we stuff them down, and we try not to think about them anymore. And what happens when we neglect those things is that they try to get out of that locked room. They are trying to escape and end up being more dramatized or chaotic than they originally were. Whereas if you opened the room and opened the box and took a look inside, it's probably not that scary. It may have been scary to the younger version of yourself that didn't know any better or hasn't learned how to integrate or heal those past wounds. So when we look at an old, empty, abandoned house, what if we looked at it a little bit differently? What if we looked at it as what it once was? Possibly in its lifetime, it was a beautiful home with a happy family in it. It was brand new at one point in time. It was shiny and pretty and filled with things and people that were loved and adored. And you're still drawn to this old abandoned house because you're curious what's inside. It's almost like it's calling your name and pulling you towards it. And that's what shadow work is. It's like there's this piece of me that I've neglected and I've kept hidden, but it's calling me to look at it and explore it. And if you allow yourself to explore this dark and scary abandoned house, you're going to remember, if you're able to heal it, you're going to remember that, hey, this used to bring me joy. This used to keep me safe. This used to keep me protected. And you can explore these different boxes and dust off these cobwebs that have been left behind and put new things into that space. You can put a fresh coat of paint on it. You can resurface the floorboards. You can clean and dust out and bring back to life this thing that has been neglected for so long. Scorpio teaches us to be honest with ourselves and honest with the world and love ourselves where we are. Darkness and light and all the phases in between. This is what the moon teaches us too. And you can change, you can restructure, you can remodel, you can redecorate, you can turn the lights on and clear out the cobwebs of your body, mind, and soul. We are all capable of loving every aspect of ourselves and transforming it into the person that we want to be. The best and highest version of ourselves, the cutest, most adorable little cottage in the forest instead of that spooky old abandoned house in the woods. So while the moon is in Scorpio today, what is something in your life that you can shift, change, or transform? Remember, the water energy teaches us to go with the flow, to allow for movement. Recognize and pay attention to your emotions today and note how you're feeling. Remember to record it in your mood tracker. And if you come across an emotion that you don't like or that you would normally stuff down and keep hidden, try to just allow that emotion. If something makes you angry, allow yourself to feel mad for a moment and then transform that into, okay, how can we make this situation better? How can we focus on the positive and how you can move forward and go with the flow? As always, be kind and gentle with yourself, especially on water days. And I would like to thank you for following the moon and being brave enough to explore the darkness with me. I will see you tomorrow for more Scorpio energy.